Growing up in Winston-Salem, we had the privilege of having Piedmont Airlines, and aviation was kind of in the spotlight here. Have you had any exposure to aviation, and anything you can tell us?
Well, I've always been an airplane buff or nut, whatever you prefer to classify it. I used to go, again, we mentioned the dining car earlier. I used to go up there and get sandwiches and go across the street and park and watch aircraft. Early on, I had, when I left to go overseas, I left Smith Reynolds in a DC-3, which is the old Piedmont plane of choice. And I had a lot of men who played golf at the park. They became military pilots, and they were always my heroes, like John Winder. He was a P-38 pilot. He had 8 kills and 4 probables. Then we had Billy Ryerson. He was a P-38 pilot. Then Carlton Bird, a sports writer for the Sentinel. He was a P-38 pilot, which was the photographic series reconnaissance aircraft. And Vincent Hazlett, he flew the Hump in China. And Milton Browning, Ed Bullock, who became the owner and head pro at Myrtle Beach National. I've just always been fascinated by airplanes. And we had little airports stuck all around. We had one down on Sage Garden Road, 150. We had one on 150 South down below Wilshire Golf Course. And then where Western Electric on Lexington Road was built, that was Charles Field. That was another airport. And then you had another one up at Mayodan. And then the one down Tyro. These were little private fields. So I just always liked these airplanes, and got to fly out to the West Coast when I was going overseas, and then got 2 flights while I was in service on the C-54s, which is a 4-engine transport. And I treated myself to a sailplane ride. Went down below Burlington to a field down there, and then they had a antique traveling group, antique airplanes that came to Smith, and I took a ride in a D-25, a biplane, which was very interesting. So yes, I've always liked.
Wasn't there a story about wearing some headgear and some goggles, and there was...
Oh yes, well this D-25, the lady who was getting us ready for the flight, we had a front cockpit, and was not a windscreen. And the lady handed me a cloth helmet and said, put this on, and then she gave me some goggles and then a scarf. And I'm trying to be a clown, and I said, ma'am, I don't want to look like Snoopy. And she said, no, said, you'll need this. And I didn't realize how or why. But the push rods on the engines, it was a radial engine, would spit just a fine mist of oil. And those were to wipe my goggles off with. And I got back, and where the goggles wasn't, I had just a thin film engine oil on me. And that was quite interesting. But it was so slow, it was just like you were just hanging up in the air. But yes, airplanes are a fascinating thing, but I still love to look at them. And I used to go to the air shows a lot, and I used to take kids with me to the air shows, and 2 of them became pilots. One is, he's a major in the Air Force. He flew the E-8 surveillance aircraft, and which is quite a plane. and his brother couldn't qualify for the Air Force Academy. And so he took a missionary pilot training. And right now he's teaching aircraft mechanics and Bible at Liberty College in Virginia. So maybe I contaminated him a little bit with the energy.
I heard you had a birthday the other day, and you were treated to lunch. I think that was a bit of a surprise for you. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it was more than a surprise. I met this family while they were visiting their mother, who was terminally ill, and she finally passed away. And we just developed a friendship, and they kind of like adopted me. So they found out I had a birthday, and they said that they were going to give me a birthday dinner. Well, I didn't think much about it, but sure enough they did. And so I went up to Richmond Hill community in Yakin County where they lived, and ended up there were 25 people there, and they gave me some gifts, and we just had a wonderful time, and it put me in meltdown. It really got away with me because they were so generous and so nice, and that's the type of thing you can't buy when you get my age. By the way, I'm now 87 years old.
Congratulations.